All right, boys, welcome back to another episode of the Fellowship of the Fleek Fantasy Football Podcast. Tonight, I'm being joined by none other than Joji.
What's up, gang?
What's up, dog?
Peace and love.
All right, so for your episode, I wanted to talk about the last important thing for the league, which everyone should already basically know by now, but it is that we're going to be doing Fab this year. Um,
Hell yeah.
so I'm pretty sure. Have you done Fab before?
Yeah, I actually did that last year for one of the leagues, and it worked out really well.
Do you want to explain real
I
quick
think it's,
to
I think
maybe?
it's been the second year that I've done this. Basically, it's like your auction. It's kind of bit like auction, right? So instead of having a waiver wire, where I personally think waiver wires are a bit unfair because it seems like every week, I don't know if it's random or not, but it sometimes seems random on what that order is. Maybe it's based on how many acquisitions and free agents you pick up and drop. But Fab is a really good way. Like let's say you want you want to pick up somebody and you really believe in them, so you can auction out. I think the limit is $150. It's like fake money, obviously, and you auction out like you offer, I guess, blindly how much you think you're willing to put for that free agent, and if you outbid everybody else, then you pick them up.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a finite amount allowed for the whole season, so you have to be kind of smart about it. I've seen strategies where people wait till the very few last weeks to use all their money, but I've also seen the opposite where I think somebody put like $120 in my other league for each team last year, and that panned out really well for them. So it just depends on strategy to strategy.
Yeah, so the way we did it last year is what's called rolling waivers. And so how that one works is you get a waiver position, and then whenever you use it, you go down to the last position. So every time you use it, you go to the end of the line, and then the line moves up. And what a lot of people don't like about it is that it incentivizes not doing anything, so that way you don't lose your waiver position. That way, when that one free agent comes up, then like you're ready to strike. Versus with Fab,
Yeah,
you're always able to make moves, and it's just based on how much you're willing to spend.
exactly. And the other thing is with Fab, you don't always necessarily have to put a number.
Yeah,
You can put
pick a
zero.
zero.
You
Yeah.
can bid $0.
Yeah. And so for ours I put $100 as the limit, which is I think I was trying to see what the most common one is, and it seemed like a
Bro, I knew
thousand
this league was cheap, man.
and
I
a
knew this
hundred.
league was broke. This is the XFL, bro. If this was the NFL, two
You have
hundred dollars.
150. And yeah, so I think Prem had asked the question before too, but yeah, just as Joji kind of alluded to earlier, it's not real money at all. It's just fake made up money. You don't get to carry any over at the end, so whatever you don't use, you lose. But also at the same
Yeah.
time, you're not going to get any more either. Some leagues do a thing where you can like rebuy in to get more fab dollars, and that like adds to the pot. But we're not going to be doing any of that. So don't especially if it's your first time doing fab, like err on the side of caution and don't spend it all because you can't get any more unless you do a
Yeah.
trade. I think you can do trades that include fab, so you could like trade a
Oh, I
player
actually
and then
don't know
get
that.
some money. But like if you're doing that, like you kind of are in a bad spot. So just be safe with your fab. And when you're looking up like fantasy information on the web, they'll usually say like for fab they'll have like a percentage of your budget allocation for this player. And that's how you can
Yeah.
kind of tell. So if they say like this player's worth 10% of your fab budget, that's $10. So then that's around where you want to be putting your bet in.
Yeah. 100%. That makes a lot of sense. I think
Yeah.
that explains it pretty well.
And then one other caveat, like special rule that I'm adding for our league. I don't plan on this necessarily being a rule forever, but I want to implement it just at least for this first year for some folks that have never done Fab before. But normally in Fab, right? Like let's say Joji, let's say like there's a new player, that like a new rookie that's emerging and no one had drafted him, right? And we all kind of know he's gonna go ham. And then Joji puts in $30 for that bid, and then let's say I put $50 on that bid. The way that it would work is it would go to me, and then I would lose 50. And so what I want to do is basically as like a little safety net. If you overbid for someone, I'm gonna reduce the spend instead of it being like what I said right there, which I think I said 50, right? And you put 30, and I was out an extra 20. If I basically I'm gonna look at every single waiver every time, and if there's conflicting, like if two people go for it, whoever wins, I'm just gonna reduce the cost to the $1 more than the lowest bid. So in that example where you put 30 and I put 50, I'll, if I had actually done that, then instead of charging me 50, I would charge me 31 because you bid 30, so then I just need one more to beat you, and then I'll kind of
Oh,
get 19 back.
I don't know if I like that, man.
I mean, it's kind of like training wheels, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that haven't done
Yeah.
Fab yet, so I don't want them to like accidentally. I don't want them to be too scared to like be aggressive with it, but at the same time, like I don't want them to just have free money either. So this is just kind of like a first year thing, and we'll see how we like it. And if everyone feels like they understand how things are going now, then we don't have to do that going forward. But that'll be just kind of like a 1 year thing.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I can imagine people putting 100 in and just hoping for the best because you're still gonna beat everybody out.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you do that, you can get caught like with your pants down because someone could put a $90 bet and then you're paying 91. So yeah, like it's gonna guarantee that you're gonna win the bet, but you still have to you're still getting docked the money that you would have needed to win.
Yeah, but do we know? I guess remember that
The
this is
bets are
blind.
hidden. Yeah, the bets are hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be funny. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna put 100 in.
yeah,
Probably will be Shin.
yeah.
Seems like his type of strategy.
So that's fab. And then the only other thing is kind of like that special modifier if you put like a large bid on someone and no one else bid on that person, then I'll just like split the difference. So like if you put $20 on someone and no one else bid on them, instead of taking 20 off of you, we'll just cut it in half and then it'll be 10. So I think it's
But yeah,
just some
that was
safety
a pretty.
nets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't feel good to like in Fab then when you like you put a whole bunch of money in and for whatever reason no one else wants to and then you just like lost a whole bunch of money for like well, it feels like nothing. And that never feels good. So I think I just want to do it kind of a first year thing so as people get used to how to use Fab and then going forward it'll
yeah,
be probably more conventional.
yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. So that's Fab. I'm trying to think I don't think there's anything else regarding Fab I wanted to talk about. Um I guess really quickly, I wanted to talk to you about the draft and just see how do you feel your team went. Was there any like specific ones you remember like not getting that you were really hoping that you would get and so forth?
Yeah, I think it wasn't until I think you guys. I think the third quarterback was picked that I forgot that this is a super flex league.
So third being like the Jalen Hurts or
Yeah, because I was like, bro, there's no way somebody's picking Jalen Hurts in the first round. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, I was like, okay, kind of makes sense. And then Jalen Hurts, I was like, brother. Now, then it clicked in my head. I was like, oh fuck, this is super flex league.
bro, is this the only Superflex league that you're in?
Yeah,
How many
again,
how many leagues are you in right now?
five.
Five, bro. Five.
Yeah, I just had another draft earlier tonight. That
That's
was my
crazy,
final
man.
one.
That's five is too many, man. You know how many I'm in?
At one.
One. I think next year I might grow to two. I think two is actually maybe ideal. Five is crazy, man.
Let me know if you want to join mine next year, man.
Which one is well, what other ones are what of the five? Which one would I even join?
You would join the one that I'm a commissioner of, the one that we already implemented, Fab.
Which one is who's in that one?
I think you know a few people. Obviously, you know Alha, you know Anik. I think that you know Vic. Vic. This is Vic's first year. He joined, and I think those are most of the people that you would know.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
Or you've met. I mean, I think you've maybe already met like all the other guys, but
Like one
not
time or two
no
times
no.
or so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so back to
But
your
yes,
draft. So you forgot it was Superflex, then you realized it was Superflex.
and
Um,
then I got Bo Nix. I'm kind of believing him. Um, yeah, I think after that, Marvin Harrison was somebody that I think I reached for a little bit. I do think he has a lot of upside. Then Jared Goff, I think, might have been my worst pick. I feel like I should have gone somebody else. But he does throw a lot, so I'm hoping he gets me some points. Overall, I think, man, how do I feel about this? I think this one might be one of my worst ones. Just looking at it now. I think it also could be that this was one of my first drafts because it was about over a week ago, right? At
yeah,
this point.
we did ours, I think, on the earlier end.
Yeah, so like I was just getting my feet wet with this year's draft class.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I feel amazing about it? No. Do I still think that I'll probably get some wins? Yes.
Okay.
I think Jerry Judy might have been my biggest deal because he's risen up quite a bit over the past few weeks. Like his average draft position has continuously gone up. Um, Bucky Irving, I think, is a good one, honestly. And then what else? I think Terry McLaurin, he'll be a good one at that round. But yeah, other than that, man, I really do think I could have done a lot better.
Mhm. For mine, I was like, I really wanted to get CD with my first pick. Because I knew I wasn't gonna get one of the top quarterbacks, and after that, like Prem was telling me he was gonna take Bijan. Bijan, I think, was Bijan and CD were like the two that I really wanted, and they both went right before me, so I wasn't able to get either of them. And after that, it sucked because I really didn't want to go Saquon next. Um, because I feel like with the Madden curse and like how good he played last year, I feel like he's probably gonna get hurt or something, so he's just not gonna replicate the production from last year. But like if I didn't take him, I would have had to have taken either Jameer or Justin Jefferson, and like I don't really feel that confident with like the quarterback situation in Minnesota. So it's like I don't really know about if I should take him. And then what Jameer gives is like he splits carries with
Yeah, Montgomery.
yeah. So it's like if that's the case, then I don't want to take him if he's not just like the full on um like just
Yeah,
the
the lead running
one
back.
lead running back exactly. So that was
Yeah.
kind of like I feel like I was kind of forced to take Saquon, but it is what it is. And then with
Dude, the three quarterback thing is insane too. Like so many people got three running backs. I mean, three quarterbacks.
yeah, I mean I like taking three quarterbacks mostly because I like I'm expecting like that third one might just pop off, and I'm more like keeping him away from someone else. But then also as an insurance policy. So my draft strategy actually was I took my first five picks went pretty much exactly as I was planning. Like I planned out like my picks pretty far down. Omarion Hampton I think was one I just was following the hype train that everyone else was because he's a rookie and like I took him
Yeah,
in the
no,
fourth
everybody.
round. Everyone's just saying
Yeah.
like, oh, he's gonna be really good, he's really good. The Chargers, they're gonna run the ball, blah blah blah. So I took him, but my first five picks went pretty much exactly as I expected. Um, but I was thinking I was gonna be able to get Dak with the sixth round. Um,
Yeah,
and
you
then
took him right before you.
yeah, and I think Jesse was gonna take him even if Wade hadn't taken him. And I was just like, yeah, which was funny because I don't know if I've ever had Dak in fantasy before. I think I usually avoid like big Cowboys players if possible, but I just feel like since he missed so much time last year, like he's probably not gonna he's probably not gonna get injured this year. But and then with like um George Pickens, I feel like he's gonna be passing a lot. We have basically no one for running back right now, so it's like they're gonna have to pass the ball a lot. But yeah, then Wade and Tyler were saying that on like Fantasy Pros or whatever, he was like slated to go in a much higher round. So I wasn't able to get him. But then I got Trayvon Henderson, which I think was a good like
Dude,
consolation.
that's a steal right there. I was looking at that. You got him in the fifth round, sixth round. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I'm really happy. Like a lot of the players I was targeting, I ended up getting. So Jordan Love was one I had to kind of just get him at the time. But last year I did a completely different strategy than last year. Last year I did like the strategy where you get quarterbacks with your first two picks. So I got Lamar and then I got Joe Burrow with my first two picks. And then I was able to get Saquon with my third. So like my
Who
first three
won
picks,
last year, by the way?
me.
Totally. Yeah. So then you should have, bro. Why are you switching up your strategy if you've already won?
Well, because I was at the ninth pick now. Last time I was at like
Yeah.
the sixth pick, so I was at like Lamar fell to me, so I was able to get him. And then when I came back around, Burrow was still available. So like I kind of had to play a different strategy because I was at the ninth pick. If I was at like the sixth pick, I think I would have taken Burrow like right where Wade was. I would have probably taken honestly if I was in Wade's spot, I would have taken Burrow and McCaffrey because I was also really high on McCaffrey. My ideal start was gonna be CD Lamb one and then I was gonna get McCaffrey with my second pick instead. But since I got Saquon, I had to go wide receiver, and at that point I was gonna choose. It would either be Justin Jefferson or Malik Neighbors. So that was kind of like the two scenarios that I had. And then I was planning on taking Evan Ingram in the ninth round because he wasn't super high on ADP for tight ends, but I feel like with him on the I think he came to the Broncos recently, but like with Bo Nix
Yeah.
developing more, I feel like he's gonna be really good. And then um, Matthew
Sean Payton
Golden,
loves his tight ends, bro.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, Matthew Golden is the other one that was raising, and you have two tight ends, bro. That is wild.
Yeah, I mean Jake Ferguson, I just took him because I feel like he had a down year last year, and if he steps back up, he's gonna be really good. So I kind of have two different tight ends I could choose from. But overall, I think this draft was fun. I think this was probably the single draft that I spent the most time researching for. Like even last year, I didn't spend that much time, but I ended up having a really good draft. So I don't think it always necessarily goes hand in hand, but we'll see how it goes. And
Yeah, and
then
I think it'll be interesting to see how it like unfolds.
yeah, and then I wanted to show this. I meant to send it to the whole group, and then I kind of forgot. But I use this website called footballguys.com, and you can like put in your
To
league
give your
information here.
draft
Yeah, and so it gave
grade.
us all some draft grades, and then you can click on each person to kind of see more information. And this was
God
before,
damn it, bro! I'm ninth place.
yeah, this was before we changed our team names up. So this has my old name on it. But um, yeah,
A
you were
C
reaching
plus.
you were reaching a lot, I guess. But that's the funny thing with draft grades is like they're all bullshit because it's like there's so many players that just like don't perform and then overperform that you can't. I feel like draft grades are nonsense
Yeah,
for
no,
fantasy
dude, I
at
remember
least.
last year I was 100%, and it's literally all about your strategy through the year
Yeah,
rather than who you start with.
and this thing too,
Because
like
injuries pile up.
Yeah.
and shit. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I remember Prame. They had Prame at A minus, and I remember thinking like, this dude got the Eagles defense in the seventh round, and I was like, but I guess other than that, he did good stuff. I don't know. I thought Bowers too at fourth round was crazy, but
well, I
allegedly it
mean
said he
that's a
did
good
a
pickup.
yeah,
No,
but
Bowers. The draft I did just today.
yeah,
Remember single quarterback league? Bowers went in the second round.
yeah, but it's like I don't know. I just don't think tight ends are that good, and I know
I
that
think
like
the thing is
that's
with
why, but
I think
I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Like the tiers system with tight ends is very saturated,
Yeah,
right? Like you have just two to
two or
three
three that are really good.
tight ends, and everybody else is just mediocre at best.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well that's I think everything I had on the draft. So we can talk about those draft grades in the chat and stuff. Hopefully now that the season is actually starting as of tomorrow, the chat will be a little more popping because it's obviously been kind of quiet
Yeah.
since we've been in off season.
But
Okay,
I wish there was betting available in Texas because that's 90%. I don't, like fantasy for me is fun. I do it for like just the
the
moments of
friends.
friends and just doing the whole lineup thing. But betting is really where it's at, man. This is a plug-in, so if you ever go viral, FanDuel,
No, 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 no.
DraftKings, if you're
We
looking,
can't give them for free, bro. You gotta wait for the.
all I'm saying is, bro, I'm a free agent myself. If you're looking for a new guy, new face,
We can
I'm
sponsor.
available.
Actually,
Dude, I'll
I've been.
also look out for some of the lower. Hold on, bro. Let me plug in some of the lower unknown betting apps. We got Caesars. If you're looking for somebody, MGM, I'm available. Bet365, I'm available 365 days of the year. Who else? Yeah, I think that's my majority of them.
I saw a random targeted ad for like sports betting in Texas. I don't know who it
Yeah,
was
you guys
through
can do
though.
daily fantasy sports.
We
Even
could
on
do
Sleeper, I think you
something.
can. Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, I think that's one of those things where I don't even want to start because I just like don't know if I'm gonna do it too much. So I'm just like I'm not even gonna start.
yeah. It is a deep hole that you can go into.
Yeah. But yeah, so next segment we got catching up with the fellowship. So, this is the last. Actually, we saved the best for last. So pretty much how it'll
Let's
work is
go.
you tell me like I'll click and then the picture will come up and you talk us through tell us when it was and then what was going on and whatever notable story or whatever that you want to share.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
the first
beautiful.
one. Yeah, bro. This is in um, Portland, on the edge of Portland. Um,
What
this
month?
was actually where this was in. Okay, now you're really testing my. I think it's probably May. I would say let's do May, right? And this was off of the Portland. You can say Portland coast, and apparently, where the beach that you see is where Twilight was shot. So shout out Noor for that fact.
She was a Twilight girl.
She's a big Twilight girl, and so we hit all the Twilight spots when we were in Portland. But dude, Portland is beautiful as fuck.
Yeah, man, I want to go. I still haven't been to like the Pacific Northwest at all.
Yeah, no, this hat once again.
Oh, oh,
BMW.
nice. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, Jensen. This was, I would say, in June or July. Yeah, June or July. I got invited to this NVIDIA event. They were talking about the next generation of liquid cooling in data centers. So they're coming up with their new Blackwell cluster modules, and then they're expanding on to what they're going to call the Rubin. And the Rubin is going to require 100% liquid cooling. So they invited out all the main players in liquid cooling. Jensen came out and gave a really great, I would say, speech, right, on why it's important. I guess just to sum it up, the really cool part about his speech is he's thinking about AI in a way that I don't think a lot of people are. He's thinking of AI as manufacturing sites, right? Like how the industrial revolution happened. He believes AI is going to be the next set of industrial revolution, where automation and AI is going to bleed into every aspect of manufacturing, regardless of the products and the goods that they're producing. Each manufacturing site will be an AI factory, and he's thinking, I would say like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. And the craziest part for me was he was able to talk about liquid cooling in a way that liquid cooling experts talk about it. So for him to have that time, I'm pretty sure he has a team that's like coming up with these speech and dialogues. But the way he presented, the way he spoke about it, it was honestly insane. I could see why he's like the CEO of the most valuable company in the world.
So how many people are in this room? Because it looks like it's not that big of a room, but if it was, you're like super close.
Yeah, there were only like 50 people that were invited, so it was a very close knit event.
And this was through work, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah, this was through work.
And then that's just that. I mean, that's crazy that like you got invited to such a small, because like his time is so valuable that for him to be at
Yeah,
an
bro, he
event for just a short amount of people, it must have been a pretty like big thing.
yeah, no, I mean, once again, I think just trying to keep it so that because I do have an NDA with them, so just to keep it like
Yeah, don't say anything
um
you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
yeah, all I'm saying is like they're definitely the pioneers, regardless of what it seems like. They're the pioneers of the architecture of what data centers will be, even though they don't build their data centers.
Yeah.
Dot dot dot.
Well, that's dope, man. Was it in California, or did you fly out for that, or were you in
Yeah,
California
yeah,
at
it
the
was at
time
the
already?
no, no, I flew out for that. This was actually at their headquarters.
Which is
Headquarters
where?
is nice, man. Right in San Jose.
Okay, nice. That's cool. Hey,
All right, this
businessman.
picture. Yeah, this picture was January. So this one was at my company's summit. I was awarded the most innovative. I got the Innovation of the Year award for the liquid cooling product that I released,
Okay.
which is the reason why we were invited to the NVIDIA thing, actually. Like, but the product was the reason why. And yeah, so that's kind of what it was.
Nice, man. You look like the Shannon Sharp meme. You know where he's standing with the suit. That's what you look like. Uh,
I can see that, bro. Now that you mention it.
I'm
And
gonna
this
bring it up
was
on the side
in
while you go.
yeah, this was in March. This was Vic's batch in the Bahamas. So that was my
Nice.
first time ever in Bahamas. So I thought it was really cool.
What'd you think of it?
The Bahamas itself are okay, man. I think Puerto Rico is way better.
And how many days were you there for?
Dude, I was there for a long time. I was there for a week. Actually, one of the other pictures from the Bahamas too, because I was with Noor. So me and Noor went ahead of time before everybody else showed up, and we stayed at this all-inclusive resort. Probably one of the worst experiences of our lives. That is. Yeah, you should just Photoshop my face on that shit. So whenever I beat somebody in fantasy this year, I'm gonna just put that meme out there.
Nice. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, this you gotta put this. But also you stretch the picture sideways. I feel like this isn't the normal. This looks wider than it's
Uh,
supposed to be.
Brother, I was editing on my phone, so
uh,
that's why when I was doing this, man, I was like, bro, I hope nobody comments on the formatting of the pictures because they are formatted fucked up.
all right, I'll go to
The
the next one.
PowerPoint guys would be mad at me. Yeah, so this was earlier in that week, the all-inclusive resort. Honestly, the first few days were awesome, but the overall experience was trash, man. I feel like when you pay for all-inclusive, you expect the service to be top-notch. The service was exactly the opposite. It was like they would just ignore you. They would take forever to get your food out. Even for simple drinks, they would take forever. They would like you would go up to the bar, it would not be busy, and for 5-10 minutes they would just walk around, not really acknowledging you until you would like have to say, hey, like I'm trying to order a drink. And yeah, it was actually sandals. I don't know. I think they have a lot of advertisement going around all the time, so we thought it would be a good move, and it was supposedly one of the better all-inclusives on that island. But dude, terrible experience. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Did you check like the reviews are good like recently?
Yeah, bro. The reviews were good for a long period of time.
Damn,
Yeah,
that sucks.
but great picture.
Yeah, it looks like you guys had a good time.
But yeah, I think when we got together with the friends, that's when it became a good time. But apart from that, like the all inclusive part was it was a very big miss.
Is Nor good at like complaining at like
Yeah.
businesses when they're not doing stuff the right
Oh
way?
yeah, bro. Dude, yes, we have a video of me also going to the front desk at like 2 in the morning because we were just so fed up at the fact that they didn't clean our room and do room service, despite us calling them to do it 4 times in one day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like with hotels, like they changed a lot of stuff with room service with like post COVID, but I feel like a resort it should be every day. Like that's pretty standard.
Especially if you call them
Oh, if you call them, that's crazy.
4 times.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it was not a good experience, but she was able to argue, and I would say she got a majority of it back, so that was awesome.
that's nice.
All right, this is me and the brother man. I mean, this was in Puerto Rico. This was in April. April going into May for my cousin's birthday. So that was awesome. I love Puerto Rico, bro.
Nice. What you do in Puerto Rico?
Honestly, the same thing. We actually went to a lot more beaches this time around because I know we went the first time with the boys, and
We just
you
went
know
to the
we
beach that was
did.
right there, and that was it.
Yeah, but and then we went to the beach. Actually, funny enough, we took a boat again, and we ended up at the same beach that we played football in,
That same little
with that
island.
coconut. Yeah,
Oh, that's
I don't
dope.
know if everybody knows, but me, Michael, and some of my friends, we played football with a coconut on the beach. That shit was a wild experience. But yeah, we ended up on the same beach, but on the other end, and that's
Oh,
yeah. So where we were was pretty secluded, but where we ended up this time around, there were a lot of people there.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so at this point, you like Puerto Rico a lot more than the Bahamas.
Oh, bro, 100%, 1000%.
Yeah.
American territories, baby.
All right, ready for the next one?
That's all I gotta say. Yeah, bro, let's go. All right, this was in the Rose Bowl Stadium. So my very first time ever being there,
Oh, in
and this
LA?
is with yeah in LA. This is with Noor's cousin and my brother. We watched Atletico Madrid play PSG. So that was a really dope experience, not only because of the game. I would say dope, but also unique because it took us 3 hours for what would have been a 30-minute drive to the point where we missed the first half of the game because of traffic.
Damn,
Yeah, so shit was insane, man.
bro, that sucks.
Yeah, but the second half was fun. But yeah, I mean, they are not kidding when they say that the LA traffic's no joke, bro.
30 minutes became 3 hours.
30 minutes became 3 hours.
Also, I'm surprised. Like I've always heard of the Rose Bowl, but I didn't realize like it's not that big of a stadium.
And it's actually very
It's
unique in the
like pretty
sense where
small.
it is a coliseum type of a stadium, so everybody gets a really good view of what's going on. But in terms of the quantity of people it can fit, I think this was 70,000 people,
Oh, it
69.
just it doesn't look that big in the from the picture.
Yeah,
Like I would have expected like two tiers.
yeah, no, it's just one tier, but it like loops all the way around.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no like section. Yeah,
it has
maybe it's
92,000. How did 92,000 fit in here? It looks
no, not.
small.
It does it say 92,000 on the
Yeah, that's what
website?
oh yeah, well it says like I see 89 and 92, so it's somewhere around
Uh,
that.
yeah, at this game, it was definitely like around 69 or 70,000.
Okay. I mean just
But
I
yeah, I
would have
don't know how
expected
the hell
multiple
90,000.
levels. That's crazy. But that's cool, man. Neither of those teams are like your favorite soccer team though, right? Because I know you like Real
No, no.
Madrid, but that's a different like conference or whatever, right? Or no?
Yeah, no, it's the same league as Atletico, but I would say I was in Real Madrid gear right there. All right, we back. All right. I think this one was in February, and I went duck hunting for the first time with the coworkers. This is kind of in what they call the blind. I don't know if you've heard of a blind before, but it's like
Like a
a
little
structure
bunker,
that they
right?
build out. Yeah, it's like a little bunker, and that was a unique experience, man. Never really shot a live shotgun before, so I think that was a bit insane because you have a live shotgun, but people are like stationed right next to you, less than 3, 4 feet away from you. One wrong move, you're just shooting and popping off somebody's head. But the craziest part about this whole thing was, A, you wait a lot. They don't tell you that. Like the whole thing is like moments of waiting, and then all of a sudden a group of birds fly up. And also, I don't know if you know this, but they have all these sorts of different whistles that they're blowing through to mimic different noises that the birds recognize to get them to come close to your line.
Hmm.
That was interesting. But like I said, a lot of waiting. In fact, the craziest moment was we saw a bird flying in and we were all about to shoot it, but the guide was like, don't shoot," because it was a bald eagle.
Oh
And I
shit.
didn't know, but I didn't know that shooting a bald eagle was a federal crime.
Yeah,
So
bro. Yeah, it's not good. That's cool that you saw one though.
yeah,
I think I've saw one when I was a kid once, but I don't think other than that I think I've ever seen one before.
yeah, no, that was wild because my first they kept telling me, bro, if you see a bird, shoot a bird.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, a fucking bird came, and your boy was ready to pop off, and no, don't shoot that. You're gonna be
Uh,
in fucking trouble.
how many birds? Do you remember how many birds you got?
Not many, man. We only got like 3 or 4, which is a very bad number. Apparently, you're supposed to get them in like tens.
How
Um,
many did you get?
but I
Like
think,
one? Did you get at least one?
bro, if we got 4, and I was with a group of hunters, how many do you think I got?
Damn, my bro, you got zero?
I got zero, bro.
Oh
I
man.
would like to say I clipped one though, you know.
Oh man, that's even worse. Would you
Bro, it's
go
hard,
again?
man. Yeah, I would definitely go again. It's a whole vibe. You wake up at like 4 in the morning. You drive out there when it's still dark out. Honestly, driving or not driving, they took a boat to the Hyde, and it's like pitch black, and it felt like I was going into war, man. The gun,
That's
it's
funny.
co- it's cold. You're
Yeah.
like ducked down because like the wind is so fat, wind is so cold, and there's water everywhere. I really felt like I was going Nam, brother.
Yeah, that's something I've still have never done is any kind of hunting activity, which I feel like I would do at
Yeah,
least once.
yeah. I mean, before going, I was a bit, I think, hesitant because I don't really like the aspect of hunting that
Yeah.
much, right? Because at the end of the day, they are animals. But I heard, now once again, this is coming from the people that love to hunt, but there's a reason why you hunt, and the reason you hunt is because there's an overpopulation of these certain birds that you're shooting. So that kind of made me say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. But after doing it, I think it's as long as you use the meat that you catch and you're not letting it go to waste. At that point, it's basically just like eating chicken because at the end of the day, the chicken was killed somewhere.
Yeah.
You're just now consuming it. So as long as you're not letting the life go to waste, I think that's the biggest thing for me.
But for ducks, do they keep it or I
They
thought
actually use yeah, they actually use the duck meat.
even if you shoot it with a shotgun?
Yeah, so so the thing is the shotgun is like full of pellets, and as long as you're able to get the pellets out, which is usually like one or two, then the rest of the bird is pretty good to eat.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
It's like little BBs, they don't really shatter inside the body into multiple different shards, so you can say.
Mhm.
Because as long as you're removing that, you're good to go.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, hey, I know
And last
this.
but last but not least, the brother got married in March, man.
Yes, sir. We got all
So
the
I think everybody
bros.
from the yeah, I think everybody in the fellowship of Fleek was invited.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's from that. I don't think I have to say much other than the fact that I really was drunk this night.
Me too, man. I was like the whole whenever we went to the club after, I didn't have a sip of alcohol. I was just drinking water the whole time because I was so gone.
Yeah, the next morning I was fucked. Not fucked, but I was like pretty hungover because I was like, dude, what the fuck?
I think
But luckily we were able to recover in time and continue going.
because you guys went out the next night too, right? Or was that the same
Yeah,
night
but
that you ended up going out even later? I couldn't remember. I don't
no,
remember.
no, we went out the next night, but we just went to a local comedy club, and we didn't even drink actually
Mm,
on Sunday night because we were just feeling it from the day before.
yeah, cool.
I would say Amha was feeling it way more than I thought he would have.
Yeah, man, that guy, he's not as young as he was once was, you know.
100%. Nobody is, man.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's sad.
All right, well, I think those are all your pictures. Is there anything else just randomly since the league ended till now that you didn't cover in a picture, just life or anything in general you want to let people know about? Maybe let people know where you are.
Oh yeah, I'm in Maryland right now. I think I was in LA the last time this league was rolling around. Yeah, splitting time between the families, so Eastern time. What else did I forget? I don't think I forgot anything else.
Nice.
I'm alive.
All right, so I
Oh,
think
I did get into Pokemon.
okay.
Pokemon. I play Pokemon Go now. So if you guys on Pokemon Go, holla at the boy. Went on my first raid a couple weeks ago. It was hella fun. I also collect Pokemon cards now. So real Pokemon cards. I got a golden Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp. What's up?
Nice. How much money is that
Yeah.
card worth?
I think a PSA 10 is worth about 300,
Is yours
but I don't
graded?
think no, it's not graded. Because I don't think it would be worth I don't think it would be a PSA 10, I think it would be a PSA 9. 'Cause something about the centering of it is a bit off.
But that's not your fault.
Yeah, bro, but when they grade it, the PSA 10 has pretty stringent requirements on what is a 10 and what's not. Like even a small dot in the back of the card when it's printing will take it down from a 9, I mean 10 to a 9.
Mm. The company that I don't know if you know, but Wade works for a company that does that type of stuff.
Oh, really? Yo,
Yeah.
Wade, you trying to hook me up with a 10?
I don't know if he can hook you up with a 10, but you can. It doesn't hurt to ask. I don't know if
Hell
his
yeah, bro.
company does cards. I know they do like books and comics and stuff like that, but They may do
Maybe they'll do
cards too,
cards,
but you should
brother.
ask him.
If they do cards and you give me a 10, we can split profits. I got a lot of
Nice.
cards that would be worth over a few $100 if you give
If
me a
they were
10.
tens.
Like, yeah, I got Team Rocket's Mewtwo, not the EX, but the regular Team Rocket's Mewtwo. That one is PSA 10, worth a few hundred. Arctic full art card Articuno. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice. All right, so we don't have much left, but since the league is actually starting, I went ahead and got our matchups for next week. That's what we did last time. So, looks like you're playing Wade. Oh, that's funny enough. Uh, so, well, yeah, what are you thinking
Mm.
with your matchup?
Honestly, man, I hate the percentages because they
Yeah,
always make me feel like shit before the game starts. Right? Like, what the hell is a 44 to a 56? I mean, I get it. It's based on just estimated points that they're gonna score, but it really, I don't know, man. That DeAndre Swift matchup with HN is not looking too hot. But everything else seems pretty even, I would say,
yeah, for the most
right?
part.
You know, I was actually considering moving Marvin Harrison out for Terry McLaurin, but because he just got signed the extension a week and a half ago, I'm a bit worried that he's gonna take some weeks to get up to speed. So that's why I left Marvin Harrison in there. Plus, New Orleans defense is pretty weak, so I'm hoping he can take advantage of that and go above his 10 points estimate. Other than that, I think that dual quarterback will probably fuck me up, right? Because he has Joe Burrow as the second quarterback
Yeah.
and Dak as his first. So I'm hoping tomorrow the Eagles allow your running backs to succeed. I actually want you guys to win, by the way,
Why?
because I fucking hate the Eagles, bro. I hate
You,
the Cowboys a lot, but you guys are not. You guys are like in the trenches right now, right?
I
Rest
respect
in
it,
peace.
man. Might as well
Rest in
let
peace.
us live in the trenches.
Rest in peace, Micah Parsons on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for your loss.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Fuck you guys. Um, dude, when he got traded, I was so happy, and I was like, thank the Lord.
Why?
Because bro, he's freaking good, man. Like he for some reason he would thrive against us. There was a stat that over the past 2 years he's had like double-digit sacks against us. So like
Between
when
like
he's
both of the
facing him twice,
games?
no, between like the past 2 years because of just the
Oh,
games that we play, like he has double-digit sacks against us overall. And to face him twice in a year was just too much. Like every time we would play you guys, the only person I was worried really about was Micah, and he would always show up. But now that he's gone,
you don't have
I
to worry
feel a
about him.
lot better.
What if
Yeah.
what if y'all lose to the Packers in the playoffs and Micah has like 3 sacks?
To be honest with you, bro, I don't know how I feel about our odds this year.
Really? Why?
We have a really hard schedule. The Eagles are probably gonna win the division, right? Just based on their freaking roster. Then we had like the seventh hardest or fifth hardest schedule in the league this year.
Yeah.
And though I do think that Jaden Daniels will be just as good as he was last year,
You don't think he's gonna have a sophomore
that
slump like CJ Stroud?
no, I don't think so.
Why
But
does
I do
everyone
think that
not think that?
I think he just has the tangibles, bro. He just does. He's a young goat, man.
How does it feel to again have
Finally
a
have a
solid
quarterback.
again? How does this feel compared to RG3? Is the last time you maybe felt this way?
1,000 times better because RG3 got fucked up his final like rookie year.
Was it
In the
in his rookie
playoffs.
year? It was within the
Yeah,
first year?
it was the playoffs the first year, and it was against the Packers. Funny enough.
Oh
So
yeah.
I still remember that day vividly.
I
And
did too.
so
Wait, it
and
wasn't
so for
against the
me,
Seahawks?
oh sorry, it was the Seahawks. You're right, not the Packers. We beat the
Yeah,
Packers the week before,
it
and
was
then
the
lost to the
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was the Seahawks. That's what I was thinking. So I
Yeah.
watched that game
So for
too.
me, yeah, for me, I feel like I don't have that scare of
Him getting hurt.
Jaden the way I did for RG3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
also knows how to run.
yeah. I don't understand why people are so confident that he's gonna be just as good. Because I mean, if you look at like CJ Stroud, like he balled out his rookie year, and then he had a pretty good sophomore, or like pretty substantial sophomore slump. And I feel like that's just like the
Yeah,
norm.
yeah, that is the norm. And I wouldn't be look, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a sophomore slump, but I'm also not expecting it.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
interesting.
Because he the way that he just reads defenses and he makes the right throws, that to me is insane, bro. Like in 3 plays against, I think he only played one drive this whole preseason, and in that drive he scored a touchdown in 3 plays.
Yeah.
Like that, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude is good.
That's crazy if you guys actually finally found a good quarterback, man. Y'all are almost getting the
Bro.
same reputation as the Cleveland Browns with just a new quarterback every year.
I think this is Terry McLaurin's first time having the same quarterback start the season twice.
That's crazy. Yeah, the fact that Terry McLaurin has been able to have the production that he's had with a bunch of no-name quarterbacks is insane.
Bro, insane, which is why I'm glad they paid the man.
Yeah,
And actually, it was a pretty good deal for both ends. He's not going to count against the cap as much as we originally thought.
yeah,
'Cause he just wanted like guaranteed money, so they gave it to him in the form of a signing bonus. So, dude, I think the biggest signing for the Commanders has not even been Jaden Daniels. It's actually been Adam Peters, the GM. This guy knows how to freaking GM a team,
yeah.
and
It
I'm
would
and I'm
must be
praying that
nice.
Jerry Jones stays alive for another 100 years so he can lead you guys into shithole year after year, bro.
That's messed up, man.
I'm sorry, bro, but as rivals, I gotta hope for the best for you guys, right?
Yeah. Did you watch the Cowboys documentary?
I should.
It's a good watch, man. I mean, I feel like just as a football fan, it's a good watch regardless. But I think it, I think that because I'm sure it's annoying like the how much the Cowboys dominate NFL news just all the time. So it's like if you're an NFL fan, you're almost kind of forced to pay attention to the Cowboys even if you don't really want to. So I feel like having some of the
Exactly.
context like of the behind the scenes bullshit is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't wish it was that way. I wish that our team was just like the Cardinals or some shit or like just a normal ass team. I didn't ask for it
Yeah.
to be the team that everyone's always talking about in the news every day.
But at least you're from Dallas, so
Yeah.
you have some. I would say I respect the Dallas Cowboys fans that grew up in Dallas. It's the Dallas Cowboy fans outside of Dallas that have never even been to the city.
Yeah, that
They
part
piss me the fuck
always
off.
yeah, that part always made me feel weird. Cause it's just like, bro, you have your own team here, just root for them.
Exactly. So it's not you guys that piss me off. It's genuinely Dallas Cowboys fans here that did it out of pettiness.
Yeah.
You know. But other than that, I think the season will be good, man. I don't know if you saw, but Hard Knocks is going to be in the NFC East this year, so that'll be pretty interesting to see.
Isn't I thought it just
I've
one
never watched
team.
Hard Knocks.
It follows a
No,
whole
this year's the
division?
NFC East. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
I've never watched Hard Knocks, but I've seen clips and stuff before it. So I think because it's in the East this year, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I think I'll try to watch it too. I don't usually watch it either.
Cause it's just I don't have the
Yeah,
time, but now I'll
I
make
hear you.
time for it.
I'll go ahead and go to my
Alrighty,
matchup. I
brother.
know we went on a tangent. I'll make this quick. So I'm playing Nathan. Dang, I didn't make this bigger. That's fine. But I'm playing Nathan, and I think this is the lineup I'm probably gonna stick with. Yeah, I think Calvin Ridley's the only one I would like to slide in because I think he's gonna potentially be good, but I don't want to take anyone else out for him. So
I love the nickname for Mr. Bets on himself.
yeah, my first team name was betting on myself, and I was gonna put off of him, but I feel like it didn't sound funny enough, and I feel like not enough people know the reference. So then I changed it to actually shout out to
Uh,
Vicky. She gave me the idea for my current team name.
oh, love that name. That's actually pretty
Love that
sick.
neighbors, yeah. But yeah,
All right, Vicky, I see you.
yeah, shout out to her. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about or if you want to cut it here.
I think we're good, brother. Gotta go deal with life situations.
Yep.